Hello everyone. Uh, I hope everyone is doing well. I want to talk about the last video that I made, uh, where I made a long video talking, and the audio was not registered. I apologize for that. I already tested the mic before, and I don't understand why it didn't work while I was recording the video. So that was my bad. And Um, we're here. I actually want to talk to you about something. We said that I'm gonna read each day, 10 pages, and that's it. I'm just gonna post the video, but I don't think it's a good plan. Reading for making a video of 20 to 30 minutes, reading a book, and I don't think that everyone will watch it, and it just doesn't make any sense. So I have decided to do. I had a better idea to make. So what we are gonna do is I'm gonna read each chapter and we're gonna review it. You're gonna review each chapter by itself. I think it's a much better idea. And then after finishing the book, we can make a review of the whole book. I think this is a much better strategy than the one that I proposed before. So let's start. I'm sorry, I have to remove my glasses. This is the tradition. We don't mess with traditions. Oh, there we go. So this is the first chapter. We actually it's called the surprising power of atomic habits. Yeah, I just chose 4 points to talk about. The ones are in red. This one, and this one. We're gonna talk about them. I made this word just to organize more, and you can read at the same time, so you can have a better understanding and a better idea about what I am going to tell you about. Yeah. So let's start. Uh, in the first idea that I want to talk about, that he talked, that the author James Clear talked about in this chapter, is habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Getting 100% better every day counts from a lot of long run. So he started by giving an example. He said that since 1908, British riders had won just a single gold medal at the Olympic Games. So for 110 years, no British cyclist had ever won the event. When he says the event, he refers to the Tour de France, which is a very big cycling race, and I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with it. So there was a guy that came in 2003. His name was Dave Brailsford. He's called a performance director. This guy made a very big change. To be honest, he made a very big change with very small steps. His strategy was to improve everything by 1%. And then when you accumulate everything 1%, 1%, 1%, you will get a significant increase when you gather everything together. So here's the results. After just 5 years after Brailsford took over, in 2008, the Olympic Games in Beijing, they won an astounding 60% of the gold medals available. So listen, a team that was not winning at all had won 60% of the gold medals available. It's really impressive. And then there's another result which was the same year. Bradley Wiggins. This is a British cyclist. He was the first British cyclist to win the Tour de France. And after you can see after that there is a teammate called Chris Froome. He won the year after, and he also won 2015, 16, and 17. So during the 10 years span from 2007 to 2017, the British cyclists won 178 world championship. I'm sorry, and they won 5 Tour de France victories, which is a very big event, and it's really impressive. So what we can conclude is you don't have to make a drastic change to have a, a really good result. You just have to start, but just little. Yeah, this is the idea. This is the first idea that I want to talk about. The second idea, this was a long one. The other ones will be shorter. I promise you. Okay, habits are double-edged sword. They can work for you or against you, which is why understanding the details is essential. So I got this one from the book. It's just a screen capture. So he gave an example of being 100% worse every day for 1 year and 100% better every day for 1 year. So 0.99, 365 is how many days uh, that are in a year. What you can conclude mathematically is if you become 1% worse every day, you will perform 0.03 times worse than before. But if you perform 100% better every day, after 1 year, you will find yourself the result that you're gonna have is gonna be 37.78 times better than the first one that you got in January 1, for example. And he described he gave two notions, which is the positive compounding and negative compounding. For the positive compounding, he gave an example for the productivity compounds. So, for example, each day if you add one more task, there's not a significant change between one day and another. But with time, it really becomes something solid and something noticeable. Knowledge compounds. When you say knowledge compounds, it talks about information. If you know, for example, one information or one idea per day, it's like nothing. If, for example, for 1 week, it's nothing. But during 1 year, it starts to compound. It starts to accumulate, and it's gonna become noticeable. Relationships compound. So for example, if you are just a little bit kinder and you make uh, a lot of I'm sorry, I just don't know how to say it in English, but relationships compound means that you have to have people that can help you. You have to be uh, a little bit kind, just so you can have some people to rely on. And if you stay like this for 1 year or for a long period, for example, it will give a good result. Now we're going to move to the negative compounds. So, for example, the stress compounds. When we say the stress compounds, we mean uh, just to be straight just one time is okay, like it doesn't make any change. But if you stress all over the year, all over the period that you want to change, it's going to be very devastating for you. Negative thoughts compound. There are some people that are negative, I'm sorry. They just think negatively every time. They don't expect good things to come, and this is not good as well. And outrage content. I'm sorry, I didn't read about this one, but it's okay. I hope that you can understand it just from the word. Now we're gonna move to the third the third idea that I want to talk about. The small changes often appear to make no difference until you cross a critical threshold. The most powerful outcome of any compounding process are delayed. You need to be patient. So here he gave an example of the ice cube. I'm gonna show it to you. Yeah, this one. So this is the book actually. Uh, he says what progress is really like. So he says that imagine that there is an ice cube sitting on a table in front of you, and the temperature of the room is 25 degrees. Uh, uh, and the room slowly starts to heat up. So, for example, 26, 27, 28. You're gonna notice no change in the ice cube. It's gonna be solid in front of you. and it goes on 29, 30, 31, and nothing happened. But then in 32 degrees, the ice begins to melt. So the the room started to heat up at 25, but the results came until 32 degrees. So what he wants to say is the results uh, are not always noticeable in the beginning. Even you have to trust the process. Even if you don't get results in the beginning, you should trust the process, and it's surely you will get results at the end. So this is what he calls the plateau of latent potential. I will explain to you what's written in here just by the graph. So here we have a graph of results and time, and this is what we expect. What we expect to happen. What you think should happen is this. You think that it's gonna go like this. You're gonna have a linear progress, uh, which means that you're gonna see improvement from the first time. But no, this is wrong. This is utopic. This is not real. In real life, what actually happens is in the beginning you're gonna notice nothing at all. You're gonna notice nothing, and slowly it's gonna go up, up, and you're gonna notice change. And you see this intersection here is what is called the plateau of latent potential. So this is where you really start to notice improvements. This is what it goes suddenly. It's not like in the beginning where it goes slowly. Yeah, this is what he said. And the final idea that I want to talk about, just not to make the video very long. If you want better results, then forget about setting goals. Focus on our system instead. What's the difference between systems and goals? So here he referred to Scott Adams, which is a cartoonist. He said that goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the process that lead to those results. So you have to focus on the system. You have to focus on the way that you want to reach your goal. You should not focus only on your goal. So this is some examples that he gave, and I look. So in the what's in the blue, it's your profession, for example, and what's in red, it's your goal, and what's in green actually the system that you have to go with. So let's start. We will go through each one of them. So we start with, for example, if you are a coach, your goal might be to win a championship. Your system is the way you coach players and manage your assistants and coaches and conduct practice. So you know to win a championship, you have to do this. If it's just your goal to win a championship and you don't focus in your system, you don't focus on your system, so there's going to be no result. There is no goal without system. He gives another example where he says, if you are an entrepreneur, your goal might be to build $1 million business. Your system is how you test product ideas, hire employees, and run marketing campaigns. And same thing, if you are a musician, your goal might be to play a new piece. Your system is how often you practice, how you break down and tackle the difficult measures, and your method for receiving feedback from your instructor. So yeah, that's it. Uh, I actually want to apologize. I don't think that I made. I struggled here, for example, to explain each one, and I struggled also as well here. But it's okay. I think I will improve with time as well, as I'm reading the book. Thank you very much for watching. This is the end of the video, and I appreciate if you still watching until now. Thank you, and have a great day.